This week on Live Action News Now, the sperm donor who fathered at least 71 kids is giving love a shot. But will he have to stop the whole having sex with other random women thing? Plus, a Planned Parenthood-linked church launches an abortion-promoting pregnancy center? What is this world coming to? And finally, a super grandmother welcomes 4 grandchildren by 3 different children on the same day. Live Action Nation, let's go! Hello and welcome to Live Action News Now. I'm your host, Juan Garcia. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates.
This relationship is especially challenging because he is a sperm donor.
I take a lot of supplements because they help my sperm count be really high. So I'm gonna be taking these pills right now so I can get my super sperm.
I fall in love with a weirdo.
Okay. A man who travels the world impregnating women is now being featured on the reality show 90 Day Fiancé. Kyle Gordy has at least 71 children so far. At the time of filming, he had 9 more on the way. 90 Day Fiancé airs on TLC and follows couples who have applied for foreign visas and have 90 days to get married. Gordy and his fiancée, Annie Phillip, first met when she booked a consultation to use him as a sperm donor. Instead, they felt a connection and began dating. Gordy eventually decided to move from Los Angeles to Malta to live with Phillip. But Phillip is allegedly uncomfortable with Gordy's habit of donating sperm. Allegedly. You think? Yeah, safe to say most women are probably not into that. He has admitted that while most of his donations are through artificial insemination, he is also willing to donate through a more traditional method: sexual intercourse. Some women prefer the old-fashioned way because they don't want to waste time and they feel it will be more effective. They will ask if we can just have sex, and I'll tell them I'm up for it, and we just exchange STD tests. So weird. According to show previews, Gordy wants Phillip to accept the relationship with him while he continues to travel the world donating sperm. Phillip, however, is not about that.
Can I trust him? Did you have sex with another woman?
I don't know what I remember.
Honestly, I don't know what to say about this story. The dude is weird and creepy, as you can see, and sleeping around, no matter how noble or quote professional he tries to make it seem, is still sleeping around. He should be more focused on loving this woman than upping his sperm count for others. The Biden-Harris administration announced a final rule entitled HIPAA, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, privacy rule to support reproductive health care privacy. I guess somehow they think repeating privacy over and over again makes it okay. Let's not forget, abortion is not healthcare, it's homicide. And doing so in secret or shrouding it in privacy doesn't change the fact that it's still killing a baby. The new measure will prohibit the disclosure of protected health information related to so-called lawful reproductive health care in certain circumstances. Under the new rule, abortionists and pro-abortion states will not have to provide information to a court or law enforcement of another state that is investigating a potential violation of law. This would include any case in which a woman who lives in a pro-life state is coerced or forced by her abuser to get an abortion in a pro-life state. Again, think sex trafficker, think child abuser, think overage boyfriend. There's zero accountability here. Okay. New York is bolstering their pro-abortion stance on multiple fronts. New York Governor Kathy Hochul just approved a budget set forward by state lawmakers last week that include funding for abortion. While at the same time, New York Attorney General Letitia James has informed pregnancy centers in the state of her intent to sue them for promoting so-called abortion pill reversal, which involves the administration of the natural pregnancy hormone progesterone in an effort to outcompete the action of the abortion pill mifepristone, which blocks progesterone. Included in the 2025 fiscal year budget is $36 million earmarked for abortion businesses to increase abortion access in the state. $25 million of the funding is for the state's abortion access program, which aims to establish the state as a safe haven for abortion. Seriously, how can you have a safe haven for child killing? While $10 million is a capital investment for enhancing security and safety operations for abortion businesses. Not every lawmaker was on board with the funding. Assemblymember Mike Riley called the allocation a major concern, saying people who don't align with the ability to have an abortion don't want taxpayer funding to pay for that. I think people in New York have the right to decide where their funds go. Many have noted that the money would have been much better used helping mothers and families who need assistance rather than pushing abortion as the only solution. And by the way, where do so many people actually go to get material help? Pregnancy centers, which the state is attacking. It's just insane. They really seem to not want women to have any true choice at all. No choice for the abortion pill reversal, no choice to visit a pregnancy center instead of an abortion business. Remember, abortion is not healthcare, it's homicide. Now this, a church in Dallas, Texas with a history of supporting the abortion industry is in the news again after opening a pregnancy resource center that aims to promote abortion. The First Unitarian Church of Dallas says it's opening its PRC to quote counter anti-abortion misinformation. They're calling it the Truth Pregnancy Resource Center, and the facility will purportedly offer women items expected at a traditional PRC, such as maternity and baby items, STD testing, pregnancy tests, and more. But unlike most PRCs, it will also provide women with information and help to end their preborn children's lives. But here's the unfortunate truth. It stands to reason that any pregnancy center founded by a church which publicly claims killing preborn children is a moral and social good will not hesitate to promote it to women who visit. Interestingly, the website says nothing about parenting or adoption being upheld as a moral or social good. Case in point, the very same Dallas church is also involved in a program that flies low-income women from Texas to New Mexico for abortion, not merely informing women about where to get an abortion, but facilitating it. There is nothing dignified nor caring in helping women to kill their own children while they're still in the womb. Abortion is a violent act in which a preborn child is deprived of nutrients, suctioned apart, dismembered limb by limb, and poisoned to death. The child's body is then discarded as medical waste. So much for dignity of the least of these. There is no church that should help a mother to do this to her child and then call that deliberate homicide good. This is the shedding of innocent blood, something about which scripture is clear. Moving on. A pro-lifer convicted of violating the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances, or FACE Act, has allegedly suffered a stroke after being kept in solitary confinement in prison, before even receiving sentencing. Heather Edney was found guilty in January of violating the FACE Act in Tennessee of one count of conspiracy against rights. She, along with 5 other pro-lifers, each face up to 11 years in prison. Additionally, Edney was found guilty on the same charges last autumn, relating to a pro-life rescue held at the Washington Surgery Clinic in 2020. In that trial, Edney and 7 of her 8 co-defendants were all remanded to prison until sentencing, which will take place between May 14th and 17th. Edney is therefore facing up to a combined 50 years in prison and over $1 million in fines for protecting life, which simply put is crazy and unjust punishment. I mean, it's unbelievable that this is happening in America. According to Edney, she was placed in solitary confinement for sharing food with other prisoners. She said she was allowed outside of her cell for just 2 hours a day and only in the middle of the night, and that while in her cell, the lights were kept on non-stop. Other pro-life organizations additionally reported that Edney even suffered a stroke and had to be rushed to the hospital. She has since been stabilized and will allegedly be returning to prison shortly, but this should just not be happening. Please keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and like and subscribe to this channel for continued updates. And finally, the heartwarming story out of Louisiana, where a mother of 6, Mrs. Scott, the Steph Curry of grandmothers, celebrated a rare and special event recently: the births of 4 new grandchildren on the same day. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4. According to local reports, Scott was already a grandmother to 6 children, who call her Diva, when 3 of her children announced they were expecting. 2 of her daughters and 1 son welcomed babies on March 6, with 1 giving birth to twins, 2 of her children even giving birth in the same hospital. The family said that the grandchildren all have a tight bond, and they have no doubt the 4 new cousins will as well, and that Diva has so much love to give and has already volunteered to babysit the kids. That's what's up. That does it for today's show. I'm Juan Garcia. Thanks for watching Live Action News Now. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so you don't miss any updates. See you next time.